Hello everyone, this is me, TimeLiarG, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Out of the Map, Out of Bounds. And I've already been here out of bounds in Drangleic Castle. I just thought I would walk around for a little bit more and check things out again. And I'm going to have a few sections in here that were viewer requested. Someone wanted me to see the Shrine of Amana, and there's that ocean out in the distance, which I always thought was pretty interesting. I'm not going to repeat myself at all. I'm just going to try to find some new things here to talk about. And there is something to talk about right here, actually, is this main building you see right here. I didn't point this out the last time, I don't think. So this is the front entrance of the castle here. If you turn around and, go into this little, I don't know what you want to call this. It kind of looks like a coliseum almost. That's where the ghost guy is. Or you go talk to the ghost guy down there, and he's just, selling you those strange shields with the black muck stuck all over them, and there's a pre-order bonus to the game for some reason back in the day, and I remember being very upset about that. I thought it was some kind of limited time shield, but then, you find out it's a merchant sells it in the game. So these have the same blue roof tiles as in the Hyde's Tower of Flame, by the way. So it seems like the architect that built the Hyde's Tower of Flame also built this. I think that's just a reused asset. I don't think there's any lore details regarding that, but maybe there is. It is a very strange use of texture reuse. So it's about what I just saw right there. I'm heading to the Foregarden. Alright, with the power of Atvark's no-clipping tools, I am going to raise my Z-coordinate right now to, let's try 72. Right? Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. We are very high in the air right now, very high in the sky, and there's windows that are barely even visible from the ground level. You can barely even see these windows, so these are a really interesting looking asset, actually. You can see that they extend down quite a bit. You know what? You might actually be able to see this within all these keep itself. Let me head through here. Let me head into the windows. You can kind of see there's some esoteric symbols, some occult symbols on the wall right there. You got these serpents intertwining with each other, and then you just have that very strange looking window. It kind of looks like they got textures from some kind of texture kit where it's a zoom in on some gems, so you can see some sapphires there possibly. There's some roots. Speaking of roots, there's some flowing roots right here actually that just wave back and forth very seductively. Flashing texture. You got some Z fighting with the textures there. Someone actually pointed out that you can see the headless statues inside here as well. I don't see the headless statue. Whoever wrote that comment, I think you're mistaken. There's these symbols, right? It kind of looks like a horseshoe, or it looks like a bean. It looks like some beans there. And you have two balls on the bottom. Dark Souls 2 just speaks for itself, honestly. I don't remember an explosive crystal lizard spawning and then just running through the damn wall over here behind the chest. Like, what even was that? Did you just see that? Did you see that crystal lizard just run through the wall right there? Into the wall, just outside the wall, outside the map. I'm trying to trigger these guys to jump out of the mirror, but they're not, they're not getting triggered. I think I need to talk about what I talked about in my other video about Blue Point Games being shut down and them putting propaganda in their games. Like, I think that would trigger them to try to bash the mirror. I think it would make them so upset that their favorite slop studio was shut down, like the bastards they are. I think me mentioning that is going to trigger some kind of response to give me an algorithm boost. So I'm going to be trying to talk about them to get them to come out of the mirror. Let me head down there right now. Yeah, I just got frozen out of the map, so I'm restarting right now. Just going back into the... Oh, well, that's an excellent spawn point, actually. That is so cool. Oh, I'm still flying. Don't worry. We're still flying around. We still fly high like Chad Warden. Is that someone standing on top of that skeleton up there? Do you see that? I need to walk over here and see this. It looks like someone... Oh, no. Is that just the doorway? Okay, I thought It kind of looked like someone from Yharnam from Bloodborne standing there with a torch, just holding a torch, but it's just a some kind of wall mural that loaded in when everything else didn't, so that's kind of odd. You know, let's have a zoom in on the texture here. Can we get a texture zoom in? It's like a bouquet of flowers, a buquet of flowers, and you got some dangle there, and a wreath, which could also be a serpent eating itself. Alright, so I'm back in the Shrine of Amana. I want to find this giant tree set piece that's just... oh, you know what? It's that one that they were talking about, actually. This is what one of the commenters wanted me to look at. It's this beautiful giant hunk of bed of chaos in the sky, and I'm gonna go up there right now. I'm changing my Z coordinate. I'm gonna put it at, I think 64 is, you know, that's actually gonna go up to. I'm gonna start with 23. Now, I always thought this area kind of looked like Ash Lake with the, you know, with the tree branches, but some people say that it might be Ulasil, which is pretty interesting. You know, it would make a little bit of sense that it was Ulasil, because you can use the silver talisman and you can turn into Elizabeth here. All right, so I am walking underneath this giant tree that is normally inaccessible. Obviously, from down there below, you cannot. Wow, this actually really does look like the Great Hollow with those roots. It even has the same kind of color and texture to it. You can see the rise of the... Okay, I'm going to try going up in the air a whole lot more here, just to get a better look. You know, how long does this... You know, I've went up quite a ways now, as you can see. You can't even see the Shrine of Amana down there anymore, except for the rise of the word I can't say because of the YouTube algorithm. You can kind of see the textures are getting stretched. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to put it at coordinate 370, and I'm just going to see what... Oh, look how high this thing goes up in the air. Look at that. That kind of looks, it kind of looks like veins. It kind of looks like veins going through the area. It's like that one scene in Delthrun with Chris and Noelle on the couch where, you know, he, very interesting how high that actually, because the player's never going to be able to see that high up. Here, I'm going to go up even further. Let's put it at 450. Oh, wait, it goes even further. What? Is it? Let me approach this tree real fast here. You can kind of see it split into pieces up here and turn more green. You know, it's a little bit ripe near the tip. Let me head back up. My character is getting exhausted from flying this much. Okay, 540. Let's try that one. Oh, I passed it. Okay, so this is the top. This is the very top of the Shrine of Amana. This thing is just stretching up into the heavens.